Hi, very warm welcome to you. It's Jim from Avstar Observatory. Guys, I realised that it was almost a month ago since we did the last Earth's anomalies that are taking place. And, as soon as I realised that, I thought, today would be a good opportunity to do the latest Earth Alpha at a glance and just discuss some of the anomalies that are taking place around our world. So, before we do, I just want to say, we don't charge at the website for this information. This information largely comes from a lot of the equipment that we've got here at the observatory, and it is just in the nature and hope that a few people will chip in and donate a few bucks to keep it going, because there isn't another observatory, I guarantee you, in this world which has got the same collection of data on these anomalies as what we have here at the observatory. So it's only with, the hope that a few people chip in a few bucks. So at the end of the video, I'll mention the link and, with a bit of luck, we'll have a few people support what we do. So starting with the atmospheric CO2, we can see it's at 426 parts per million. It's dropped slightly, and it is still following that trend over the last 12 months. If you go back into the historical archive of the Earth Alpha at a glance, you'll see that it is coming down. But none of your mainstream media outlets or scientific organisations are, revealing that same fact. The reason why we know it's coming down is because we've got our own atmospheric CO2 monitoring equipment, just like we have with the atmospheric oxygen and a lot of other pieces of bespoke equipment. So, it is dropping. We move on to the atmospheric oxygen. It's 20.78%, so a very large reservoir in our atmosphere, and no concerns there. We have the latest latitude and longitude of the magnetic North Pole position, which was done a few days ago for you guys, as was promised on Christmas Eve. We done it for you, and we know that there is probably around about 5.6 years before we hit that 45-degree mark. And the reason why we talk about that is because it was found that the pole, the last time it went for a reversal, reversed somewhere in between 40 degrees and 45 degrees. So on the request of a lot of people, we added the 5-degree onto the last magnetic North Pole position for you, so you could see how far that was away. So like I say, it's around about 5.6 years away till the end. But bear in mind that pole could reverse at any particular point in time, but I would anticipate, before it started to reverse or go into its full Wheatfield line reversal, that we would see a relatively uptick in the speed over time and distance of it doing that. So we would have some early indications. The radiation background hasn't changed since a month ago, since we did it. The volcanoes in eruption around the world has, we're looking at a figure now of 25, where last month it was at 28. So a slow uptick in the numbers there. The latest earthquake was 7.5 magnitude, mid-Indian Ridge. The muons per square metre in the UK are at 522, and the muons per square metre per hour in Canada are at 785. Big thanks to Kendall for sharing that information with us, along with some magnetometer data which has got to be updated and added to the relevant global Mavstar data collection. The geomagnetic field is quiet. Sunspots are at the same numbers as when we last checked last month on the 15th. They're at 6, and the solar X-rays are normal. And that is pretty much what we monitor here regularly for you guys. Obviously, the jet streams are unstable at the moment, both over in the northern and southern hemispheres, and that is largely due to the 25% weakening of the Earth's magnetosphere, allowing that cosmic rays to come in, create seeding platforms within the jet stream, which encourages water to condensate on those platforms. And of course, if we have more water vapor in the jet streams, we get a more sluggish behaviour between the polar and subtropical jet streams, both over the northern and southern hemispheres. And of course, you know, it sets up what we've been looking at previously over this year 2023, which is the dislocation of the polar jet streams mixing with subtropical. And of course we are seeing another new anomaly more frequently now, which is the interchange over the equatorial region of our planet between the two subtropical jet streams, both over the northern and southern hemispheres. So, you know, we still monitor these things, guys, for you. You know, it would be, like I said, great at the beginning of this video if a few more people would appreciate that we do not charge for this service. It's reliant solely on donations and people's goodwill. Let's see if there is any of that still knocking around just before the end of the year. The year is out for us here in 2023. We will be here still in 2024 for you guys, delivering the same information as we have been, and covering hopefully a little bit more when we get that new project underway with regards to that new magnetosphere sensor that we have, the really sensitive one. And of course the reason for doing that is to keep a monitor and you know, a heads up on how the magnetosphere is changing, so that we can see if the magnetosphere begins to weaken and we have an increase in the speed over distance, you know, with the migrating pole, we will know that for sure we are about to see a planet go through a reversal. This is not no small thing, guys. Remember that. Last time our Earth went through a reversal was 12,000 years ago. That was just an excursion. It's what's known as a failed reversal. But the completed reversal was much longer than that. And we are 500,000 years overdue that reversal taking place, because we know that from the previous reversals that we study in the paleo records, we can see that reversal on average used to take place like clockwork every 300,000 or so years, and it has been, like I say, 780,000 years since the last completed reversal, and therefore it makes it around 500,000 years overdue. And we are back at that time and place in our lives where we are witnessing the magnetic reversal migrate once again. Guys, there's a link down there in the description if you want to help support us. I really hope you do. You know, like I say, we don't charge it, we just rely on what we raise here, and that is, you know, purely on the goodness of just a few people. So there's a link there if you want to help support us, and I will wish you and your family, you know, all the best for the new year, if we don't speak to you before then, and I'll say what I usually do. Take care of yourselves. As always, bye for now.